All right, courtesy of Top to Tater, we are freaking live. Top to Tater, the best damn dip in the world.
Just seriously,
World.
so good. It's, if you have a tub of top tater and don't finish it all in one sitting, there's something wrong with you. That's what good it is.
I mean, it depends on the chip volume as well. Like sometimes you just take a glob of chips, Top to Tater. I mean, it can add up. It can add up, but definitely a big dent. We got Ashley, we got Davey, Nitzberg. What's going on? Sorry to hear about your dog. Very sad news.
Very sad news. I'm glad he still made it though.
Yeah, we'll give her a
Knack
tit bit here. Knack, what's
Knack
up?
is here from the middle of Saskatchewan.
Harmsy, what's going on, buddy? What's going on?
Thursday. New profile pic. That's gonna throw me off.
I like being horned up on Thursday.
It's the best. It's the preferred day, but it doesn't always work in season.
Yeah.
So I think, are we next week Thursday too? Is that going to work, or is that?
If we are, they're gonna have to be consistently 6:15. But I do like it. I do like it. Viking Funeral, what's going on? Ontario. I've been to Ontario.
Yeah, Thunder Bay. Oh, I guess Harmsy has to leave. He's got more important places to be. Oh, he's got the Grenard smiling pick.
For that, I'm going to call him Patty. Thanks for stopping.
Yeah, we appreciate you stopping by, Patty.
He's so mad. He's so mad. Matamita's got a movie to go to tonight. I know that.
I'm trying to think what came out. What horror movie just came out?
Probably something super weird.
Terrifier 3? I think it's been out for a while, though. Driving 23,223 hours away from Thunder Bay. Knack only measured things in hours.
Hours.
He's gonna be. If you came here and reading the comment chain, Davey's got porn. LOL. The next one is my dog died on Monday from Pittsburgh. It's just a weird stretch. A weird stretch of comments in there. Heretic. He's going to Heretic. You think Matamita and you went to the movie, he pulled the old popcorn trick on you?
No. On me? Yes.
Yeah, on you.
On somebody else? No. And he would get me too. He'd get me.
I know it. I know he would.
Chichimas headed to Jacksonville tomorrow for the game. Some with friends. Ooh, wow, that's gonna be a hell of a time. Stoffer, what's going on, man? Long time no see. Looking well.
Yeah, and you know what? I give you props on your predictions. They're pretty spot on.
Yeah, he did. He did well.
I get the vibe. Like he's talking about sensing that vibe. Like the vibe for the Vikings, the first 5 weeks especially, it was just over the top positive. So I'm sure he tapped into that.
Dave, Godzilla. Did I miss somebody's birthday? Julian Marker said he's gonna buy 2 tickets with that hog. It's graphic.
Yeah, you're by yourself. No, I'm not. I think he's talking about. Is he talking about Roundtable?
Oh, yep. I'll be back next week. I had a previous engagement that had been planned for a while, so Lepigus stood in, did a hell of a job. So I hear. I still have to watch it, and I will watch it.
Yeah, I was trying to quietly crack a drink in the corner, and I didn't turn my mic off. It was very loud. Everybody thought I was pissing. It was very funny.
Who cares? Bring it on. Bring it on.
I couldn't stop laughing about it.
I go through many beers during that show.
Yeah.
I'm definitely. I cracked the beers beforehand though, so I'll have a couple just.
Well, I should have just muted myself, but I didn't. I was trying to be sneaky. It didn't pan out.
Never show weakness. Never show weakness. How are we feeling about these Jaguars coming up? We got Justin from Purple Persuasion joining us in about 20-25 minutes. We'll be talking some Vikings. We're doing Scolding with the Enemy later tonight. We'll be posting that puppy.
Viking TD had technical problems last night, so we had to do a quick on the fly. Dion took over.
Davey taking in Stoffer's cast.
Nice.
I like it. No, TD, Dan's been just filling in for him. TD will be back. Jags are not a serious team. They wouldn't be a serious team damn near in college.
No, I don't think this is even a trap game in Pittsburgh.
Never know.
The more research you do on the Jacksonville Jaguars, the more ass you realize they are. I know they've been playing better the last couple of weeks, but shit, this is not a good team.
It's not a good team, and they're even going to be worse on Sunday. I'm just happy. Finally a noon game.
Yeah.
Just soak it in, have some day beers, come home, have some dinner, Get a real night's good night's rest. Good
I
night's
miss it.
rest.
It's been a long ass time with the bye week and the London game.
I might just get shit-faced on Sunday.
Thursday game. Yeah, God, it's been forever.
Be thirsty. I'll be very thirsty on Sunday. I know that.
I'm thirsty every day.
Well, stomp a mud hole in that ass, says Delton.
Wow.
Mud hole. Well, should we start talking some Vikings or what?
Yeah, it's about that time to break forth the rhythm and the rhyme. So let's start with the stud of the week recap. I don't think there's anybody else worth mentioning. Justin Jefferson wins just hands down again. He's getting 2 trophies in a row. And I love when he gets trophies because you know what? He respects the shit out of those trophies.
I don't know. I think everybody does. We just haven't seen the...
He started it. I bet you he started it.
Maybe. I still wish we would have seen... Never got a really... Like, Kirk Cousins won a chunk of those things. I would have loved to see his locker. He seems like somebody that may actually put it in there, but we never got a good glimpse of it. RC Cola time. They still make that shit?
Ick. RC freaking
I shouldn't
Cola.
say ick. I don't know if I've ever had it.
It's actually not that bad if I remember right. It's been a long time for me too, but Tyson Garcia wants to see Cam Akers get some more carries. I loved what I saw from him. Was that the fourth quarter where he was just busting off run after run after run in his short little pants?
Well, the good thing Cam Akers has going for him is that the last guy was Ty Chandler. So anybody's going to look good. He did look very good, but it's like times 20 from the garbage we've seen from Chandler.
Well, and, I got to give you credit for that because you were on the Ty Chandler hate train very early. I think you were the conductor, the caboose. What do you call the middle of the train? I'm not even sure if anybody knows. Drop it in the comments.
Dude?
Yeah, KOC still said nice things about him in his press conference. He didn't give the dreaded he does good things for us comment, but it's clear he's running back 3, and it's not even close.
Yeah, running back 3 on this team, I don't think he's really a running back on many other teams. Sorry. I'm sure Ty Chandler's a very nice guy. I hope he goes somewhere and rips it up. It ain't going to be here.
You're getting Delton riled up again. He said, bro, he's an animal.
I think he's talking about Cam Akers.
No, I think he's talking about – he loves Ty Chandler.
Delton, you're talking about Ty Chandler?
You guys gotten this before, one live show.
It's probably inebriated.
I thought Dalton was trying to throw punches through the screen at you. Chris Bowman says we're gonna kick some Jags ass this Sunday. Again, if you guys know a veteran or are a veteran and want to enter our Skull to Service giveaway, be sure to do that. We have there's a lot of links up on the descriptions of our vids to do that. There it is right there. Pizza oven, fantastic sweatshirt, and some Zaz as well from Brew Pub Lots of Matza. Appreciate them for doing this.
Yeah, like 10 pizzas or something. The oven's sweet as hell. We're gonna throw in the sweet hoodie, and you can nominate yourself. That is very. We've already got a lot of nominations already. They've been fantastic. Keep those puppies coming in. I'll actually update the description of this video here in a second to put the link down there. But it's all month.
Hell yes. And anybody drops a super chat tonight in the running for Andrew Van Ginkel jersey, and also be on the wheel for one bar trying to get to 7-2 on the season.
I think it's 8-2. I believe it
might be 8-2
last week.
Yeah, I think it's 8-2 on the season. We've done a couple extra ones, so that's why you're ahead of the schedule.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, Davey. Thank you for your service. Tyson Garcia wants to see Jones and Akers packages. I would love that. Haas says, you know what? Boom, I'm on it. Boom.
Big Haas is in. Haas, man, that a baby. Did you get your shirt or whatever the hell, hat? I can't remember. Mugs. We sent something to Haas. Hopefully, or no, he did. He got a picture. It was a mug. Haas, man.
Yeah.
Haas, man. Awesome. I got to get that. Just babble about something while I get this.
No, let's start in the news. Vikings news. I'm gonna start with probably the most boring of the news that have come in, but
82
new man on the practice squad.
I knew we had a lot of veterans in the crew.
Yeah, hell yeah,
Boswell.
Yeah, hell yeah. Travis Bell is our new defensive tackle on the practice squad. Big meaty guy. I think he's got a couple stats. Was it Atlanta? He played for somebody. He's been around a few different teams, but I do like the fact we're beefing up some D-line guys on the practice squad. Travis Bell, chance of making the team this year, pretty slim. But he's the newest Minnesota Viking, so we're definitely going to talk about it. No doubt about it.
Yeah, he's like 26, a little bit older than I thought he was. Been around the block. He's been active a few times. I don't think he's anything overly to get excited about, but whatever.
And FYI, anybody who is a member of the channel will be getting a little special Christmas gift in the mail. We're not sure what that is just yet, but there's still a chance to be a member to get a little something from Walmart and Lupagus in your stocking this year.
You're definitely getting a Christmas card. Yeah. You're definitely getting a Christmas card from us and also a little Christmas gift. I don't get too excited, but it comes from the heart. 12 likes. What the hell? Hit that like button, man.
We've been on for like 10 minutes.
Let's get to 25 likes. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So I threw the link down for the veterans giveaway. You can nominate somebody, nominate yourself, do it, put it in, be in the mix.
Absolutely be in the mix. So let's get to the bigger news talkers. Will Reichard to the IR. John Parker Romo is back. JPR is what we like to call him here at the Lupagus show. So we have a new kicker this week, and I got to tell you what though.
For the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, next 4 weeks, but it's starting this week. I am actually really rooting for the guy after seeing a little interview. I don't know if you watched the latest Vikings team press conference. He was the first one on there, and he's out there kicking, practicing in Arkansas, like in some field or school with another long snapper guy who I think maybe coaches. And he's like watching his kid when he got the call. I don't know. Just hearing his story and how he's not giving up. I really hope he does well.
No shit. Everybody wants him to do well. He's our
not
kicker.
Just for us, but like for his future too. Like for him.
I want him to do well selfishly just for us. I don't care what he does after he leaves. Make every field goal while you're here. Please, Jonathan. I mean, if he comes here in the next 4 weeks, doesn't miss a field goal, or let's say his only misses are like 50 plus, whatever. Like, let's get this Viking kicker curse out of here. Not only Will Reichard, but just some dude off the street, John Parker Romo, who's never even kicked a real regular season field goal. Like, he comes in and rips it up. That thing's out of here.
Well, and he fully knows, like, he knows this is his shot. He's like Eminem, one shot. He knows he has to kick well. He's auditioning for other teams. He knows his future is not with the Vikings. But I didn't really like the fact when he said when he saw Will limping around, he started getting excited. I was like, okay,
what the Jesus? He said that?
It was something to that effect. Like he knew his phone might be ringing when he saw that. So I didn't love that, but other than that, I'm definitely rooting for the guy, not just for us, but for him as
Luminous
well.
has a great
I saw that. I know.
Nah, I mean we've given away quite a few jerseys in the past. And I don't think I was just thinking we didn't do a McCarthy one. Otherwise, I'd actually be second guessing myself.
Yeah, no shit.
But you know what? We'll see. We're the Van Ginkel's the jersey giveaway this month. So like Lupagus said earlier, any super chats, any new members are in the mix for that. Also for trivia later. Nitzberg, very sorry to hear about your dog. Very sad news.
It is
very sad news.
Definitely
Take care.
Horrible thing. And yeah, I mean, it's a little bit. So here's the interesting thing. So not only do we get John Parker Romo here, who worked with Ryan Wright as his holder, his old long snapper in Detroit when he was there, Jake McQuaid, his new long snapper, because, you know, you're missing the Vikings. If your kicker goes down, of course, your long snappers can get hurt too.
And he's a ginger like me.
Is he? It was Ginger Day the other day.
You haven't seen a picture of this guy?
Everybody should drink to one bar. It was Ginger Day on Tuesday.
He's got this flaming red beard. He is red everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And he's a damn good long snapper. We got the best of the available, baby. Looking him up, anytime your long snapper gets hurt, Jake McQuaid is the guy you pick up. Mm-hmm. He's the guy you pick up. He's always out there. He's always available. But he is the go-to.
Yeah, and again, he's worked with JPR before, so that's definitely a plus. So these guys do have some chemistry.
JPR?
I'm really trying to make it a thing. John Parker Romo.
Not a thing.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
He doesn't have things.
He's gonna have things.
Boswell is a Van Ginkel jersey, baby. Get in the mix. Do it.
My wife just got hers in the mail today. She ordered one. Van Ginkel.
Wow,
what a guy. What a player.
Oh, yeah. Like he sent it to her?
He did,
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's even better. Darnold is a ginger.
Breaking news.
James Lynch is a ginger. Is James Lynch where the hell is he? Is he a Titan?
I feel like he's a Titan. Yeah, I feel like we might be getting a James Lynch revenge game here in a week. Nisberg Cashman, he's on the field. It's a good sign. It's a good sign.
He's limited.
It's all right. Better than last week. Let's keep talking about some Vikings news. I don't know if you guys have watched this yet, but KLC talking to Anthony Richardson, absolute gold. I watched it about 3 times in a row while I was at work. It was just fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Richardson gets benched, probably demoralized after his boneheaded, stupid taking himself out. Horrible start to his career. Kevin O'Connell just grabs him and just whispers sweet nothings in his ear, telling him he's going to be something in this league. Everybody loves him, blah, 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 blah. Basically what he's doing, he's planting a seed someday down the road that possibly Anthony Richardson will be a Viking. I bet coaches do this. If coaches are smart, they're doing this shit all the time.
But you got to go back to it. Like, I mean, I know it flopped back and forth who the Vikings wanted to trade up for that year. Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson. But, I mean, maybe they were very high on Richardson, and that just shows how much they did like him. They do meet with these guys, that pre-draft process. So I'm sure they met with him multiple times, got to know the kid. I don't doubt what KLC said. I think he was being genuine. I don't doubt that for a second. I think that's what he is.
I think he's being genuine for sure.
But he even said that creepy-ass Shane still believes in him. So he hyped the kid up, and, I mean, that was awesome. I actually loved seeing that. That was great.
Well, as Kevin O'Connell, a former bust himself, granted it was not as big. It's not where he was drafted. Like, I'm sure he has a lot of love for these dudes that just aren't panning out. Like, Kevin O'Connell was a disaster in the NFL.
It's much better than what you said to me when I didn't make choir. I was really down. I was hoping to hear some good things from you. You just said, you didn't make it, and you walked away.
Yeah, you should. I mean, everybody makes it. Like, it's like nobody
I couldn't sing.
Cut. I know. Neither could I. There's nobody.
You can sing.
Nobody gets cut. That's why it was so damn funny.
I got cut. I tried my ass off. I saw.
I'm sorry. We're all right. We're at 25 likes. Let's get the 50. If you're watching,
my friend Matt. He'll help me out here. No.
Well, I can't pull any strings, but anyways. What else we got going on? Did we talk Dallas Gant and
Not
Tyrese
yet.
Robinson?
We got a couple of guys sniped off the practice squad. Dallas Gant and Tyrese freaking Robinson.
Yeah, Gant hurts. Gant hurts, and I just love that dude. And I mean, he played damn good. People, not just us, the weirdos, like people like in the know, or like thinking like this guy might actually make 53. And not only did he not make it, he was barely signed. Like, he was one of the last guys they signed on the practice squad. And then they brought him back, whatever. Then we cut him, and then the Eagles signed him.
Yeah, we'll be watching Dallas Gant's future with intense interest. Again, I love his size, and I actually thought he might get called up. I was surprised he never did, just, with the special teams issues we're having. I mean, I'd rather see him out there on special teams.
How about middle linebacker issues?
No, I want to see him as a special teamer first. And then Tyrese Robinson, the Patriots, right? They got him.
Sign him to the active roster. Tyrese Robinson, another guy that like probably could have made the 53. It was pretty close.
Yeah. So a couple of our more shining prospects on the practice squad sniped, and that's what's going to happen. I mean, especially this late in the season, teams need some guys who can play, and 2 of our better ones are gonzo. So that definitely sucks. The trade deadline came and went. Vikings did not make another trade, which means we still have our 2025 first round pick.
Yeah, I mean, by the sounds of everything, it sounds like they were sniffing around, doing their due diligence. It's not like they're just like, we're good. We're good. But either price tags were too high, or they just weren't interested, or other teams just weren't giving up their players.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear the Vikings like being overly aggressive, or there was a deal that was close that didn't get consummated. But
Alec Lewis and Gosling were both saying like they're making calls. So like it's not like they weren't doing anything.
Yeah, I know there was some weird late Delvin Tomlinson steam, which I don't think would cost you a first round pick, but like
that was never from a verified source.
Yeah, but now look where we are. I'm glad we still have our 2025 first round pick.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would have been sweet to get one of those big D tackles. It was a little bit of a fantasy. I have a lot of fantasies. Some are really weird. They get out there.
Any of them?
You have been. I mean, it's not.
No, I'm sure I'm just in the background.
No, it ain't good. It ain't good at all.
Am I doing the popcorn trick?
So yeah, we keep our limited amount of draft stock for 2025, which we'll definitely appreciate come draft season.
Oh yeah, I mean, come January, February, we're gonna love having that pick, no doubt about it. And we'll see what happens. I'm sure we're gonna acquire some more. This might be a good year for a trade down for the Vikings.
Don't.
No,
go ahead.
What time is TPP coming on?
I can send him a message to hop on right now, but probably be a little bit.
Julie, we got a little bit more than that. We have a comp pick. I think a third round we're expected to get, and I believe there's another one we may be getting as well. But yeah, I mean, Vikings trade deadline. I'm not overly surprised they didn't make another move. I mean, we did get Cam Akers and Cab Robinson. I was getting kind of pissed off though. People were posting that stupid ass stick poking meme to the Vikings do something. They've already made 2 trades. Like, I was like, come on, you can't. That doesn't make sense when they've already made 2 deals. Just I don't know. I was surprised to see that as much as I did.
Well, I think a lot of people, as much as I think everybody kind of knew that nothing like the big boy trade wasn't going to happen, but a lot of people just really wanted that splashy move. So whatever.
You're sad.
We're still in a situation to make a push. As far as other trades, Lions bring in Zadarius Smith, which that doesn't really move the needle for me. Packers didn't do jack shit. They actually traded away Preston Smith, which helps them free up some space. Good move there. He wasn't really playing worth shit anyways, and he's.
I mean, Zadarius Smith, like when he wanted to beat Aaron Rodgers so bad, and he was amazing that game. Like he just came. That was week 1, I think, that year we got him, and he was fantastic. Then he'd flash every now and then. He had these quiet stretches, so that's why.
He was great for that first 7 games or whatever. He was awesome.
And then there was nothing. Like then he kind of just went away. And then there was
that hurt his back.
But do you remember that whole we're having a private meeting with the defense players only, and we're gonna come over, we're gonna beat the Giants, and they just sucked again. It was the same old damn story. I wasn't impressed with his tenure here overall. But the one thing. He said he's looking forward to playing the Vikings, looking forward to playing the Packers. And when he's looking forward to things, that's when he actually plays his best. So I didn't love him here.
The dude has played on half the league, so he's looking forward to playing everybody. And when you look at his stats now, he's got 4? What's he got on the year? I guarantee he's played teams he's already been on, and he hasn't done shit. So Zadarius can eat it.
Yeah, I was shocked. Mike was so excited to get him. I'm like,
well, I mean, if I'm a Lions fan, I'm excited to get him. And I don't think what'd they give up for him? 5th?
Yeah,
5th.
Somewhere in there.
Which is weird because didn't we only get like a 6th and swap picks or something?
I thought we got 2 picks. I think we got like a 5th and a 6th, and maybe swapped a 7th. I thought we got like 2.
Did we really?
Yeah, I'll look.
I was surprised. I was actually surprised they got a 5th. I mean, that dude's old as shit these days, isn't he? How old is he?
Oh, hang on, man. I'm doing a lot of research here.
Justin's going to be hopping on here any second here. Travis Nitzberg's worried about Sam Darnold. Don't be worried. He's awesome. He's on pace for like 36 touchdowns.
All right. We, in the trade for Zadarius Smith, we gave them a 2025 6th-round pick and a 2025 7th-round pick in exchange for 2 5th-round picks, 1 in 24 and 1 in 25. So I'm pretty sure we maybe have dealt that 25th. So we did get 2 mid-round picks, and we gave them 2 picks.
We gave up picks. Anyways, enough of Zadarius. The fact is we'll have to deal with him when he comes to town. Will he get a sack? He'll probably get a sack. Sam Darnold likes to take some sacks sometimes, especially last week. You better not do it. Jags.
Yeah.
Even though the Jags like to get after the quarterback a little bit. Justin's going to be hopping on here any second.
Hell, yes.
In the meantime, let's give a thanks to our sponsor of the show, Top the Tater. Get your butts over there. Sunday is right around the corner. Wherever you're going to watch the game, don't grab 1 jug, grab 2 jugs. And they have a plethora of flavors as well. And I've never had a bad one.
Yeah, and if you're in an area where you can't get the actual dip, go to their website, get some merch. They got all kinds of stuff you can do and represent not only Top the Tater, but the Walmart Lupicus show through Top the Tater. Hell yeah. That Tater says Vincent.
Yeah, Delton, I know he loves the top potato. I've never met anybody that it doesn't like top potato.
It's
really
so damn good.
Like,
It's
yeah,
so damn good.
Old people, young people, it's weird. You shouldn't like it that much. Let's until Justin gets on, let's at least dive into this Jags. I mean, the big news. I mean, shit. Not only do the Jags suck, they might have their backup quarterback, Mac Jones, who sucks even worse.
Yeah, it sounds like Trevor Lawrence is unlikely to play. They're not saying he's out at this point. Very unlikely to play. Again, is it that big a difference, though? Lawrence hasn't been great.
Yes, it absolutely is.
I mean, he can move a little bit, but then you've got Mac Jones, who's a young statue. He doesn't move at all. And no rapport with his receivers this year, lack of reps.
Maybe he'll be like Grandpa Joe from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He finally gets his chance, and that lazy ass gets up, starts running around, and he's all about it. Never know.
Yeah.
There's Justin. What's going on,
look
buddy?
At that guy.
Gentlemen, what's going on? Long time no talk.
It's been a bit.
It's been a couple weeks.
Been a stretch, as they say.
A little bit too long, I would say, maybe. If
I agree with you. I agree.
Put
with
it
you.
in those terms.
I don't know if anybody says it's been a stretch. I don't know if I've ever heard that.
Oh yeah, people say that all the time. A lot of people.
Lamar would say that.
Just cool people.
Purple Persuasion. You guys are over 10,000 now, man.
We are over 10,000 now, on the way to 11,000, the next milestone. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well done, sir. Well
keep
done.
climbing that mountain.
We'll pimp we'll pimp your Twitter in the comments, but everybody's already subscribed. I mean, everybody, all our viewers.
It's not as the plateau is not as steep as they used to be. It's slowing down a little bit.
We'll find somebody, but we'll definitely put it down in the comments, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
But we got to get your thoughts on some stuff, and
sure.
I want to talk about Ed Ingram, because who was it today that put out, like, it doesn't even sound like it's close to him getting benched. Like, as far as all the reports you're seeing, everybody's talking about Ed Ingram. Should we just kind of expect that he's the guy all damn year? And
I think he's the guy. I think it was Doogie that said he hasn't heard anything.
What happened?
Oh, is that good? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now we can. I think you unplugged your mic or something.
Yeah, you're on your laptop. We can hear you though. You're not through your mic.
Shit. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. I'll catch up on comments. Ed Ingram needs to be a water boy.
Wow, Youngman.
Justin putting in the work. Everybody's welcoming Justin. Everybody's welcoming. Now we got a weird view of him, so I'm not going to bring him on. I don't know if that's normal.
What's he showing you?
Nah, we'll wait. I'll wait till he's normal. There he is. There he is.
Are we good?
Say something.
Can you guys hear me now?
There we go. There we
go.
There we go. All right, give us a scoop on Ed Ingram.
Yeah, scoop on Ed Ingram. Doogie today said he's not heard anything. So my guess is, honestly, Ed. I'm not a big Ed fan, to be honest, but he's honestly been playing. He's been playing pretty decently the last couple weeks. I think he's only given up like 3 pressures and a couple QB hits, no sacks. So he's actually performed pretty well. But yeah, Doogie's saying no changes imminent. Definitely this Sunday. But in my opinion, I think he puts like a really bad game together, or a couple really like 2 subpar games. I could see him being benched. And I think Alec Lewis said one of his predictions today, like before the end of the season, Dalton Reisner will be your right guard. So we'll see. Maybe, ever since Reisner got activated to the roster, Ingram's been playing a little bit better. So maybe that has something to do with it too. We'll see.
Hey, Justin, Vikings fan 288497 thinks you look like a young Jared Allen.
I'll take that. I got locks, I got hair, but I don't have the nice mullet to go with it too. But I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Grow it out.
People think I look like Jerry Burns, so that's much better than much worse than what you're getting.
Old Jerry Burns.
The old Jerry Burns.
I'll take that one, a Jared Allen comment.
Hey, I want to ask you. I know you were hot and heavy in the Vikings trade rumors there prior to the deadline. Was there any deal you were hearing about that you thought actually might get consummated that didn't happen?
Yeah, I honestly think there was a lot of little breadcrumbs leading up to it that was signaling that they weren't going to do anything. I think there was a report, I can't remember at the top of my head who it was from, somebody credible saying they were talking and, moving the phones, which, they're going to do regardless. I actually thought there was a better chance of like Brian Asamoah being traded, maybe pick up a 7th conditional or something like that. Given that we have like 3 picks next year, or 4, I guess, if you include the conditional. So yeah, I just think KOC, the way he was talking, he dropped a lot of like, I like the chemistry of this team. I think he used that word once. He talked about like he liked the roster, and it's not like they didn't do anything. They did trade for Cam Akers a few weeks back, and we had Cam Robinson, which I think KOC like the day before the deadline said like that was a splashy trade. So with like kind of all those little nuggets, you can kind of piece together that they probably weren't going to move. And even looking at the trade deadline, was there a player that got traded that was like, oh dang, I wish the Vikings were in on him? I just think this trade deadline was pretty, at the deadline at least, was pretty subpar. I think a lot of teams that should have sold didn't, which was really surprising. So I think that kind of played into it. And I just don't think anybody that was realistically a trade target was even available for the Vikings to even pursue.
Nice.
Yeah. Why the hell didn't the Giants just sell everybody?
Giants, the Patriots, there was the Dolphins. I mean, there's a lot of teams that had some, people that aren't going to be on the team next year. Maybe they're hoping they get like their comp pick associated with it. But I thought and even with the limited capital we have, I think the first was really only reserved for like a Dexter Lawrence or, a Jeffrey Simmons, which aren't on the market. And then your 5th round picks probably is either overpaying or it wasn't enough. So it was just, when you don't have the full spectrum of picks, it kind of makes it hard to make it, get a deal done.
I'm gonna throw you on the spot. What are you gonna do on draft day, man? You gonna saddle up with us on draft day again or not?
Yeah, that was fun, man. I really enjoyed that. If you're already booking out that far in advance, you can already pencil me in on draft day.
What the hell is November?
Yeah. I don't care. I was just thinking that was fun, man.
Dude, that was super fun. That was
I think I had 74 beers that night. Me and Justin for like 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah. No, we were. So the last part got a little hazy. So I don't know. There was all the excitement, the Dallas turnover. We're all like, we're making another move. There was a lot of fun people that popped on the show. So shout out all your subscribers, all the fans of One Bar Lepicus. That was a blast. So if you're already, you're making your reservations for next year, pencil me in for sure.
2026.
Putting you in.
I don't know what I'm doing next tomorrow, but pencil me in for 2026 too. Who cares?
All right,
Lucas and I probably will be dead by then, but we'll be around for 2025. We'll see. Let's talk about Hockenson.
Yep.
So, the Vikings were all like, "Hey, he's 100%. There's no snap. There's no limit on him." But Oliver out-snapped him. Johnny Munt was damn near close to him. What have you seen as far as Hockenson and his playing time? Are they just blowing smoke?
No, I think he's healthy. I think he's ready to go. I think they're kind of easing him in. They're not going to say that. I think that's just a disadvantage to, the competition. Make the Colts study for him. Pull up all the old tape of Hockenson and stuff like that. But I think they're going to ease him in slowly. I think he played like 48% of some of the snaps, something like that. So I thought he was at least going to get like 75% of the snaps. So he played a lot less than I thought. But, Josh Oliver had like his best game of his career. He, got a touchdown. He was like close to 100 yards, 75 yards or something like that. A lot of catches. So yeah, and even his touchdown catch I thought was pretty sweet too. So that I think Johnny Munt needs to go, in my opinion. I think Oliver's a little underrated. I think he's got good hands and he can obviously block really well. But I'd rather see less of Johnny Munt, way more of TJ Hockenson, and I don't mind seeing Josh Oliver out there too. But I think they'll ramp him up. I think 75% snaps this week, and he'll get to 100% probably in the next 2-3 weeks from now.
Yeah, John needs to catch the damn ball.
Yeah, what the hell, John?
Dude, limited targets. Catch the ball for a touchdown. I was losing my shit.
That's a tough catch. That was a tough catch for a tight end.
He's a pro. Catch the ball.
Really? Yeah, I thought it was, JJ, he catches that. Addison catches it, but
Lupagus catches that. Lupagus catches that with his butt cheeks, man.
I was a tight end. I'd have caught that.
Okay, well, maybe we should bring you instead of Munt there.
One career receiving touchdown in high school wasn't even intended for me. Let's talk Will Riker. Number one, seems to be some confusion about when he was actually hurt. Do you have any idea when that actually happened?
Yeah.
No, Matt Daniels didn't do him any favors, kind of threw him under the bus, actually, with those missed kicks, saying he was fine when he kicked those. And also, do you feel like he's going to be ready to go when these 4 weeks are over, or is this something that's going to linger?
Yeah, so go to the first part of the question. I do think he heard it in practice during the week from what I've gleaned. I think, straight from the horse's mouth, I think Reichert said it when he was interviewed post-game that he did injure it. It went away, and then I think on the first kick he said it didn't bother him, so the 53-yarder didn't affect him, and I think the 32-yard he did say it did affect him. So I believe when a person says it, they're probably speaking the truth. And even on the Alec Lewis on his podcast even said that he heard from like a source he really trusts that he did hurt it like during practice, which maybe the coaches and Daniels is kind of like downplaying it a little bit. Maybe the head coach, you can't get fined for it because he never showed up on the injury report. Even if he tweaked it or whatever, they should have, put him as a limited participant or full and marked it on the injury report. So maybe that is a possible reason why they're backtracking on those comments. But I do think it's definitely not a season-ending injury. It is soft tissue, so that adds an element to it. I do think he'll be back. I don't know about exactly the 4-week timeline. I do think maybe like 5 weeks from now, or even like 6 weeks. I don't foresee it, lingering past 6 weeks. But I don't know. Right at the 4-week mark, he's going to be, thing. I think they'll make sure he's fully healthy. The stretch run into the, to close out the season, whether it's for the division or a top playoff spot. So I think they'll try to keep him fresh as long as they can and fully healthy before they activate him. But DePaula, I think 4 weeks minimum for him. He'll be activated right away. I think it's just a simple hand injury or surgery. I think Blake Cashman actually had it like in the offseason, I think, too. So it's like really similar to him. So I expect him to be back right away.
Well, let's talk about linebackers. Van Ginkel was back today. I mean, all of them were back today, right?
Yeah,
At least
everybody was back.
Some capacity. What's the chances we see Blake Cashman out there on Sunday?
I'm very confident he'll be back. It sounds like a lot of the beat. Everybody's reporting that he will be back. I think if he has we'll see if he logs a full. I think even if he logs 3 limiteds, he'll go in. He's definitely going to go in questionable for sure, whether he logs a full or a limited practice tomorrow. But it sounds like all eyes, he'll be back. Maybe is he on a snap count? I don't know. It's hard if he's the green dot. You got to play every snap. So I don't know if they're gonna, rotate him and Camus in at the same time, or like rotate them all. Ivan Pace Jr. is a little nicked up from the game. That injury looked pretty bad on the replays during the game. Obviously, he came back and he was back at practice today in a limited capacity, so that's good for IPJ. But overall, I definitely expect Cashman to be back, and hopefully that brings a lot of elements back to the defense, because we were getting shredded over the middle there for a while. And then for the bad teams, it's fine, but when you play teams like the Lions and even the Rams at full strength, offensively, you need a player like Cashman. So he's obviously severely missed. And I think early on, people were like, Cashman, we can, go 4 weeks without him. Obviously I don't think that's the case. He's a huge asset to this team, and hopefully he's back there on Sunday against the Jags.
Let me ask you this. Sal Spice in the house, everybody. What's going on, Sal? Nice let me ask you this as a fan. What's your thoughts on Ivan Pace now that the last couple of weeks you've seen him without Cashman? Yeah. Like, what's your just initial gut reaction as far as this dude in his future?
Some people might or may not like this. I think he's good, but I think he's a little bit overrated. I think he excels in a specific role, which is more like rushing the passer, but his coverage skills I don't think are as good. That's why Cashman excels really well. I think he needs somebody like Cashman to really thrive. So then, you put Cashman out there to do coverage. You could he's really good in the run game too. Ivan Pace Jr. is. So he excels at certain elements of the game. I do think fans overvalue it. Like, we don't need Cashman. We could just stick with IPJ. He can run the green dot. We're going to be fine. I think that really showed in the Lions game. I think he got really exposed in that game, especially even the Rams game. I thought he got exposed as well too. So he's good. I don't think he's that like elite player that's like, oh my gosh, this guy is like, we can't like live without him. I think he's got a little bit overrated to him, but he's good. But that's kind of my opinion, I guess.
I don't know if you saw it, Justin, but Delton wants to get you drunketed. He wants to watch a game with you and get you drunketed.
Yeah, I would love to do that too. That'd be.
We're sending Delton to your house unannounced.
Yeah, Delton's loud
on a Sunday. He's going to watch it with your family. He will be wasted.
Maybe one of these times I'll pop on the live show and during the game, and I'll be have a beer with you guys too while we watch the game. That'd be
hell yeah. Let's go back to the linebackers a little bit. I know the Vikings, like a couple times this year, they've been like, we're not worried about the injury, and all of a sudden the guy's out for 3 weeks. No concern with that with Van Ginkel. Like, I mean, this is truly nothing.
No, I think Van Ginkel's fine. He was a full participant back at practice. It sounds like yesterday was even a rest day, but he did get banged up in the game. I think Flores talked about he was in and out of the game. Nobody really asked him like specifically what was wrong. I'm guessing it probably is the ankle that he had surgically repaired in the offseason. It was a pretty bad injury. The Linz Frank injury, I think is what it's called. So it was pretty severe. So they can kind of linger. Maybe he's got some soreness and he just wasn't at 100%. Maybe he's like 90%. But overall, I think he's going to be fine. But it is probably something, stat management wise, they're going to have to kind of watch out for. That's why it was a real big question, like why Dallas Turner was not getting, he had like 7 snaps in 2 games. Like that to me is just unacceptable. Even if he is limited in skill, maybe he's definitely not as good as, covering as Andrew Van Ginkel is, but he's a lot better pass rusher. I think, just bull rush. He's got some insane speed. So I think Flores is kind of figuring out who's how do you get these people snap counts kind of managed throughout the season, and you can't play Harrison Smith, you can't play Aaron Jones, you can't play Andrew Van Ginkel 100% of the time. You're gonna have to work in these other guys, and sometimes the game just doesn't dictate it. We're down or whatever, but even if we're down like one score, it's okay to put those guys in. Obviously the game gets away from you, it's a different story, but I think that's something Flores is kind of working on, and I think AVG needs a little bit of a kind of snap management as the season goes on.
All right, before we let you go, I want to know your state of the Vikings as far as where they're at. What you see shaking? Like what do you see as their ceiling? And they got some real shit teams coming up.
Yeah, they do.
Just a shitty schedule.
The ceiling, I'd say 13 wins is probably the ceiling. I don't see them winning anything more than that. Ceiling, but I think realistic, if I had to put it, I think 11 wins is probably pretty safe. That's kind of where I'm leaning.
We'll take that.
We will.
There's some real concerns that I have that I've seen on this team, and we play these bad teams, it works, but the Vikings kind of pull like one of these things where they lose to a bad team every year. Yeah. It's like one of those things like they just like, this is a must win, easy win, and then they go and lose the game, and then there's always a game where like this is probably a loss, and then they end up winning. So I think it balances out as the season goes on, but I would say definitely 11 to that 13 range is probably where they fall. Anything less than 11 wins, I think, is something bad happened. Like Darnold went down or JJ went down, and even then, if he misses a game, I think they could survive. But the next couple, this is like the perfect time for him to go down, in my opinion, too. It's
it's true. It's true.
If we're need him for a last second field goal for one of these next 3 games, it's like, geez, are you kidding me? The Bears, I think, are still questionable. Are they going to fall off the cliff? They're trending to a spiraling out of control.
Yeah, it feels like they are.
Shit show. They already fell off the cliff.
But, they play the Patriots.
They want their coach fired. They
play the Patriots this week, so maybe they get a win and get some morale boosting.
I think that's like when their last couple wins they get. Yeah.
But these next 2 absolutely should be must wins. That puts you at 8, and then I think you could easily find 3 more with the remaining schedule that we got. But the Cards are tough. Atlanta's looking pretty good. We're home, so I think the Lynx, they're probably going to be favored. The Vikings will be, but they're not gimme games, and division games are always close, whether they're good or bad. So we'll see how that pans out. But at 11-13, definitely.
Who the hell who do we have after the Titans?
The Bears on the road, and then we come back. Cardinals home. And then it's Atlanta, big Kirk Cousins revenge game, I guess. And then after that, it's Seattle, and then we close out Packers at home, and then Lions on the road.
All right.
Look at the schedule, Justin.
Yeah,
Jesus, you got to study, got to mapping it out there a little bit.
That was weird. That was weird.
Times and everything.
It's a lot of Vikings up here all the time. So
get your butts over to Twitter.
Thank you,
Purple Persuasion. Give them a follow if you haven't yet. One more.
Yeah, fire away.
Prediction. What team is Sam Darnold on next year?
Wow.
That's actually really. He's definitely not going to be on the Vikings. That's
agreed.
Yep. I don't think unless he wins a Super Bowl, then any quarterback gets a lifetime contract on this team. But I kind of. I think some kind of like a Shanahan type thing. Like, what happens with Stafford after this season? Do they want to continue on with him? I think he's something that Darnold could go on there for as a kind of a bridge quarterback if they want to go that route. What are the Niners going to do? They got a lot of cap hell coming into it. Are they going to be able to pay Brock Purdy? Brock Purdy's kind of regressed a little bit this year, in my opinion. Yeah, they're out CMC. Does that change everything? Some team will. Well, he's played enough to get himself a contract on another team, at least a 2-3 year deal, $40 million, kind of the Baker Mayfield type deal. I think is a similar. I see Panthers showing up there. I just don't know if Darnold's going to take a team to be a bridge again. I think he's going to try to find some stability as like a nice 2-3 year deal where he gets paid and they can't really cut bait with him. But yeah, if I had that's a good question. That's kind of caught me off guard. But I kind of think the Rams are a team to look. I really do think I think the Rams are going to move on from Stafford after this year, and they do have an out with it too. That's why with the whole trade Stafford thing, there was some. It was realistic. Now it's not. Obviously, trade deadlines pass and whatnot, but I do think the Rams are kind of like a dark horse team to land Darnold next year.
Nice.
All right, man. Love it, Justin. Nailed it as always.
So and hey, and shout out to you guys too. So everybody listening, One Bar and Love, because they do a great job. Love your guys' stuff, and always appreciate you having me on too.
We love you. We love that we have you in permanent marker for draft day.
Yeah, absolutely. 2025 and 2026.
And 2026.
We will be absolutely
we just do it for lifetime. Let's just make it a
shit. All right. I like it. I love it.
Game on, man. Game on.
All right,
appreciate
guys.
it, man. Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Yeah, Justin. He is a young Jared Allen. We had quite a few Vikings YouTubers here in the house. Fatboy Yogi is here. I saw a GG Sports podcast as well. Good seeing those boys here in the comments.
Hell yes. And Sal, of course, First and Skull. Hit them up. All right, let's talk some Vikings Jaguars.
Yeah, let's
delve
was
weird.
Into these.
Justin rambling off that scale. It was like Rain Man.
It was weird. Yeah, his eyes rolled back in his head a couple times. I don't know if you saw that or not. Before we get into the Jags.
Hold on. 40 likes. Can we get over 50? We got like 140 watching. Let's go.
Delton's getting greedy. Delton's getting all riled up there in the comments.
Yeah, Delton, I'm not putting. Just you know what? Hey, I go take a shower.
We'll talk about it, but we're not going to mention that on air.
Everybody giving Justin some love
as
they should.
100%.
Pittsburgh just says Packer. Makes no sense.
My old calculus teacher, Mr. Packer. He didn't like you one bit.
You don't get me started on that guy. That guy, I don't know. He just didn't like me. I don't know why.
He looked like an Ewok.
Pretty likable guy. He didn't like me.
Well, he did some questionable things back in the day.
Done a lot of questionable things.
All right, so Delton's completely ignoring what he wrote. Moving on, and let's talk about your favorite Jaguar of all time, if you have one. I know it's the Jaguars, and what they're like.
Pretty rare. I think not a lot of stuff going on there.
So if you have a favorite Jaguar, drop them in the comments.
Favorite Jaguar all freaking time.
All time. What do you think about that?
Keenan McCardle. Good answer.
That's a great answer, right back. Yeah, I took calculus. I sucked at it, but I took it.
Yeah, he wasn't good at anything. He had really bad
grades. I was great at science.
Hold that pan on. Jones Drew. Marker? Who's Marker? MJD, Jamie Smith, Fred Taylor. Hell yeah. Fred Taylor was on every one of my fantasy teams, I think, for about 9 years straight. Who's Marker? I don't know who the hell Delton's talking about. Yeah, I mean, Jaguars, I'm surprised I haven't seen a Mark Brunell yet. Mark Brunell would be a good one. Jimmy Smith, Keenan McCardle, Tony Baselli. Oh, yeah, Julian, your Marker. There's a Brunell, finally. Coach Jack Del Rio. There we go. Travon Walker, 10 years from now. He's had a good year, though. He's got like 7 sacks? Boselli, finally. Jalen Ramsey was elite. Hell yeah, he was. And he was a little bowling ball. Also, MJD was the only one not to pick the Vikings to beat the Jaguars, so MJD can eat my butt. Mercedes Lewis or Toby Gerhardt?
Also, Mercedes Lewis still playing. That dude he's never going to
He's awesome.
I think it was like a 2009 draft he was drafted.
All right, Lepicus, who's your favorite Jaguar of all time?
Of all time, you say, huh? I'm going MJD. I think you just ripped on. I loved him. Just tiny, thick little dude, bounce off tackles.
Finally, a Byron Leftwich.
I think I had to draft him a couple times, my first round pick in fantasy. He didn't fail me at all. I'm going Maurice Jones-Drew. I hate that he did not pick the Vikings this week, but actually I like it because I hate when it's, everybody picking the same team because it never seems to go well.
Well, they should this week.
Yeah,
they should pick the Vikings. So if I'm going with my head, like who's the best? I'm Fred Taylor, easy for me. Fred Taylor, but I'm going with my heart. I'm going Todd Bowman, baby. Todd Bowman, fucking leaves the Vikings, go to the Jags. Todd Bowman is one of my favorite. I've tried to get that guy on the show. Ignores the hell out of me.
Really,
it's funny because you think of the guys. All the previous Vikings we'd love to have on the show. We had Randall. It was awesome.
Yeah.
We've had some former Vikings, Chuck Foreman. I mean, who else have we had? We've had some guys.
We had Kyle Sloter.
Yeah, it's just, but like you think, like obviously, like the Randy Mosses, the Carters, Randall Cunningham, but like Todd Bowman is way too high on my list than he should be, because that dude from St. Cloud State comes in. I mean, Culpepper goes down. He just rips it up. So he probably had 4 snaps with the Jaguars. I don't know, but he's my favorite Jaguar of all time.
I don't think we should put up a football junkie wrote, but it reminds me of a story. Remember when we used to always get draft gifts for draft day, and we bought it was like a ceramic Jaguar, and we turned it over and had full female genitalia on it.
It did. That was weird. We bought that, I believe, at like the Goodwill or something.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, it had perfectly sculpted private parts. It was weird, but anyway.
Yeah, it was very unexpected. But anyway, that comment reminded me of that beautiful ceramic decoration. All right, let's talk about the Jaguars. They are 2-7. They've beaten the Patriots and the Colts. Not a lot to brag about there.
The thing is with the Colts, Trevor Lawrence, I believe, played his nuts off. So the Colts are actually a decent team. We saw him last week. Trevor Lawrence had he had a very good game.
All right. So they have been kind of hot though the last couple of weeks. They lost just by 3 to the Packers, and last week 5 to the Eagles. So a team that's played tough the last couple of weeks. But let's get into their offense. They average 113.4 rushing yards per game, 225 yards per game through the air. Those aren't numbers that are going to blow anybody's pants off. Defensively, this is where the real problem happens here. They allowed 125 right.
Hold on, let's go back to the offense quick.
Yeah.
So the numbers you just rambled off. The Jaguars have some serious injury issues coming on here. Like Tank Bigsby, he's averaging like 5.5 yards a carry, limited this week. Ezra Cleveland did not. What's going on with him? He didn't even practice. Gabe Davis limited. ATN limited. Trevor Lawrence probably isn't playing. Brandon Scherf probably isn't playing. Brian Thomas was limited. So you take their numbers that aren't even good, and you're taking away all of their best players. Like, I'm granted, these guys might play, but they're all dinged up. Like, this team sucks.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying what they're averaging here. Defensively,
I know, but take these averages and knock off a big old chunk, because a lot of their good guys probably aren't even playing.
Well, they weren't that impressive to start with. Defensively, they're allowing 125 rushing yards per game, 278 through the air. This secondary, as Micro Mike would say, is cheeks.
It is cheeks. It is full cheeks. They got Darnell Savage. I once read a mock draft where the Vikings were taking Darnell Savage at like pick 20 or something, and I threw that thing in the garbage. It was horrible. Defense. So, offensively, let's talk offense quick. Evan Ingram, Brian Thomas, Tank Bigsby, Trevor Lawrence when he's on. There's nothing else going on. Their offensive line ain't great.
No, I can't even name another. Oh, I guess they got Christian Kirk, but I'm trying to think of other receivers they have besides Brian Thomas.
Ashley.
Honestly, the only thing that really concerns me with this team is like their edge rushers, Travon Walker, and what's his name? He changed his last name. Josh Allen.
No, I have it here.
Now it's like Harris Allen. Hines Allen. No, they're good. They can get after the passer. But this Jaguars team, they're also -7. The passer.
That is a quarterback.
Rough passer.
What the hell is a passer?
The passer.
You sound like a 90-year-old man. Passer back in the pocket.
They're also -7 turnover ratio, these Jacksonville Jaguars. So this just, you can sit there and try to be concerned about your opponent, and we're not disrespecting them, but
I think they're horrible.
But I don't think it's a lie to say this team is fucking ass.
No, yeah, they are bad. They are bad. This is the game. You keep talking about it. Like, this is the game we should wipe the floor with them. If Mac Jones is out there, if we don't win by 30, it's damn near a loss. And it's funny, like you say, -7 in turnovers. They have 2 interceptions this year. Ben Ginkel does that shit on one drive.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense, but
nut.
2 interceptions. You said it. Their guys, Walker, Hines Allen, they get after the quarterback. Walker's got 6.5 sacks, and I expect him to get sacks. Darnold gets sacked. So they'll get sacks, whatever. One of those 2 interceptions, and one of them, they had one going in the last week, and they picked off Jordan Love. That's how bad Jordan Love is. Jordan Love sucks.
I'm not sure he hate more Ty Chandler or Jordan Love.
Jordan Love is one of the most overrated players in the NFL.
I brought that up.
The Jaguars picked his dumb ass off.
Did you notice in the Packers game last week when he threw that horrible interception that put the pick six? All of a sudden, that's when he starts limping. Like, oh, now my hips hurting. Now my hips hurting. Oh my God, it hurts now.
I've said that on the round table. He's fine until he F's up, and then all of a sudden he's grabbing his nuts, he's grabbing his ankle, he's grabbing his knee.
Yeah.
BS. It's BS.
Willenbar used to grab his ankles a lot back in the day.
Ain't bad. So, I mean, their defense, it's all about they got who do they got? One guy on the defensive line that's decent, and whatever. Like Jaguars, I don't care who they got. They're not good. Granted, we can say this is a trap game. Maybe it ends up being that. Maybe they show up and are just firing on all cylinders. If you lose to the Jags, I don't care if it's at their place or not. It's not allowable, and it won't happen.
No, and it should be an ass kicking, but again, like traveling that far sometimes is kind of
this thing could be on the moon, and we should beat the Jaguars.
You should. It shouldn't be a problem at all.
Mac Jones is going to be their starting quarterback, and he is the worst.
He can't move. He's a statue back there. He's an absolute statue. I mean, he will not take off and run. If he gets anything on the ground, you should just never play football again.
Face the ground.
So I mean, honestly, Vikings keys to victory in this one. To me, it should be a huge game for Sam Darnold. Justin Jefferson could go for over 200. Jordan Addison should have a shit ton. TJ Hawkinson, unleash him here. Let's just see what he can do. This is going to be a huge game for our passing. This secondary is just so damn bad. And Aaron Jones, Cam Akers, they should both have a shit ton of yards.
Alex says it'll be a one-score game. Yeah, it's 7-0. I mean, Jaguars aren't scoring. If it's a one-score game, it's 7-0. 3-0.
I was trying to get concerned about this, and the more I looked into the Jaguars, the better I felt. Like they're shit. They're shit.
And the keys to victory. I mean, you said it. Like Mac Jones. Like even if Trevor Lawrence is playing, like Trevor Lawrence, I like him a lot more than some people do. Like I think
he's hair
good. I think he's on a shitty team. If he's playing, I'm still very confident that the Vikings win. But with Mac Jones, if he's the quarterback. Like, I love it because this is the chance for the Vikings to go out there and get a 5 to 7 sack game. His feet are in concrete. Like we should be able to get after him against an offensive line. I don't know if it doesn't sound like Scherf's playing. I don't know what's going on with that dude, but we should be able to get after it and get after big time. That dude does not move.
Dalton commented, how much did the pass score on us last year with Jones? That was 2 years ago with Ed Donatello's defense. So Dalton, sit your ass down, eat some ice cream.
Whoa, hold on. First off, you hold Dalton in an apology.
No, I don't. I was trying to get him. I wanted to get him riled up. I'm trying to get under his skin right now.
Well, now he's got to go get some drywall patch tomorrow. Messing his house up. How do the Jags stop the Vikings receivers? Yeah,
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. Like Sam Darnold should have a career high on Sunday.
Well, let's talk about how the Vikings lose. We're still going to do trivia. Anybody wants to put some super chats in? Remember doing the Andrew Van Ginkel jersey giveaway?
We got Haas is going to win if no one else puts anything on the wheel.
That's fine. Haas, man. Oh, no, was it? Yeah, it was just Haas. Haas, the only super chat, and we'll
still spin it.
We'll absolutely spin it with Haas on there. So anybody who does a super chat is in for the month for an Andrew Van Ginkel jersey giveaway. They are in for the trivia. Tonight, we'll do a spin the wheel. Whoever is on it gets a chance to win that. And then also remember the veterans giveaway we're doing in November. The link is down in the description. You can nominate a veteran.
Yeah.
Active, whatever. I mean, the stove from Brew Pub, bunch of pizzas. You get the hoodie. Do it. Hit up the link. You can nominate yourself.
Yeah. And again, thank you to all the veterans out there. Appreciate it.
Anamita's a smart man. Well done, sir.
Chances are great for him to win tonight.
We got two people on the wheel. Let's go.
So let's talk. I mean, the Vikings to lose this game, I think Sam Darnold has to have a complete and utter meltdown. Defense maybe has to not show up. And the Vikings have to be just ridiculously sloppy on both sides of the ball to lose this thing.
I said Sam Darnold would literally have to have the worst game of his career.
Now the wheel's getting thick.
Luminous is in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, sir. Yeah, get your butt. Yeah, nominate somebody. Alex, I know you know somebody. Even if you served, nominate yourself.
Oh yeah.
And Darnold's had some bad games. He would have to have the worst game of his career.
Like, I mean, he'd have to make the bonehead decisions over and over again, like he did against the Colts. I can't fathom
way worse
those
than that. I mean,
like,
he would have to.
They were that bad. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's how bad his decisions were on those two plays. Like, I just don't know how. I'm trying to figure out why he put the ball where he did there. And if he keeps doing that over and over again, then that's how we lose too. And then also, I think Aaron Jones has a fumble. Defense
8 times. He has to fumble 8 times.
Like we play 3 players on defense.
Bigsby just tears us up if he plays. Mac Jones plays like an all-star. One thing, like T-Bass says, like, have we had a backup quarterback against Brian Flores do anything against us? Like, that's a real question.
Jake Browning last year.
Oh yeah, was that last year?
Yeah, like but again, we were so hurt at that point.
Chris Bowman in the house. All right, let me rephrase that. If we had a healthy Brian Flores defense where a backup quarterback took advantage of us, like I'm not worried about that. He's right.
Defense different,
but that was against Ed Donatel.
Yeah,
Lupagus could go 400 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception against Ed Donatel.
Why am I throwing a pick?
Your arm got hit.
Thank you.
Fell in the lap of a linebacker. Sounds like Viking Funeral is going to a bar with no internet. Have a good night, buddy.
Yeah, sounds like that's real sketchy bar.
Yeah, no internet in a bar. Don't you have service?
He said he's gonna get loose in this bar too.
Basement bar.
Yeah, out in the woods.
I'm gonna check on you later, Funeral. I'm gonna text you at about 9:30. Make sure you're all right.
Yeah, Ashley.
Oof. Yeah, we made Flacco look like an absolute idiot. So the curse is broken.
Yeah, he's right. Tim Boss says, "Yo, Delton, Voss man, did you happen to see Coda or Shelby at the Rams game? Sounds like it was a horrible experience for Coda, especially."
Bartholomew is in. Let's go. Appreciate you, sir. Yeah. So I think are we gonna bust out some trivia or what?
The kid from the Bears. That was Tyson Badgett. We won that game. He looked like ass.
Sal, he's throwing his arm. I mean, 15 yards max.
No, that's not bad. My arm gets hit. I get it. That's fine.
A lot of dinking and dunking.
No, I'm going fucking deep. Jeff George style.
First off, I don't like when you look at me and say that. So
I'll look you right in the eyes and say I'm going deep.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Let's do some
trivia. Last chance. Are we moving on? We're ready to go?
So far in the trivia, and everybody who's done it is in the Van Ginkel drawing for the month of November. For tonight, we got Haas, Matamidai, FWNer, Luminous Grin, Chris Bowman, Bartholomew, and Bick Bossman just comes in right.
I think he might sell pens, is what Bick Bossman does.
I'm one bar. I'm still gonna check in on you. I don't know where you're going.
Check on him too.
No service. That's very concerning. Let me get the wheel up quick, so at least we're ready to go.
Loomis Grin says twists. I don't know what that means. Tim Voss apparently was very shit-faced at the Rams game. I know Sal's in the comments. I know you're so excited for your evening tailgate. Was it as magical as you'd hoped? And
I think
I saw her post a picture of the cooler. She's very upset with the lack of drinking, I think, is what happened.
What I get from Sal is I think she likes herself some noon games. Like, I think she likes getting there early. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
She said she got to sleep in. She was looking forward to it.
I think she likes the early ones and just hang out all day.
I ordered jerky skull too, and it came in the mail today. I'm very excited. My boozy jerky for deer hunting season. That's why I have such a flush and lush beard going on right now.
It's white and gross.
It only comes in black here and very thick. The rest is just nothing. Oh no, very low turnout, says Sal. She loves night games. See, you're wrong.
Oh God, I'm an idiot. I don't.
Yeah, you're thinking of werewolves.
I'm just I'm an early bird. I'm selfishly thinking.
Yeah, you are. You fucking text me like 5:45. Hey, let's go do this video. I'm like, what the fuck? It's 6 in the morning.
I like to get up early, enjoy the day, have some coffee, watch the weather, see some news, enjoy the sunrise.
I just went to bed.
Just drinking in.
Monday Night Football sucks. Yeah. All right, Sal. Yeah, it does suck. It does.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to a noon game. I'm looking forward to getting shit faced on.
I'm looking forward to getting to one of Sal's tailgates. I hope I'm invited.
If you are, you won't be invited again. I guarantee you that. You'll have fun, but that'll be it. All right, let's do some trivia.
Are you feeling confident?
I mean, I already said Todd Bowman. Like,
I'm not sure if these are hard or not. So I'm setting the line at 5 tonight.
I mean, Troy Williamson. I mean, what do you got?
All right, yeah. So we're gonna go 5 again, and let's just remind everybody: 2 points if he guesses without a multiple choice. 1 point per multiple choice.
Yes, I do have one name in my head that I'm hoping you do a thing on.
Is it Lepicus?
No, but it's somebody I love.
All right, question number 1. We got 7 names on the wheel. It looks like the Jaguars have only beaten the Vikings 1 time. And that was back in 2001 with a 33-3 spanking. Who was the Vikings starting quarterback that day?
2001, and we lost?
Yeah, we got our asses kicked.
That's actually kind of like Todd Bowman territory.
Interesting.
Culpepper was playing, and Todd Bowman was probably our backup.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to go multiple choice just because I think I'm missing somebody here. So 7 questions. I'll take some multiple choice.
No, there's 6 questions. How dare you put an extra question?
I'll take multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Dante Culpepper, B, Spurgeon Wynn, C, Todd Bowman, D, Gus Frerotte?
Wasn't Frerotte. Culpepper wouldn't have lost. So it's weird that you put Spurgeon Wynn in there.
Is it? Is it weird?
But I hate that Todd Bowman's still there. I'm actually going Spurgeon Wynn is right there. Todd Bowman went to loss to the Jags. I'm going Spurgeon Wynn. I'm glad I went multiple choice, even if I'm wrong.
Spurgeon Wynn is correct. You have 1 point. Spurgeon Wynn was the starting quarterback that day.
Todd Bowman ain't losing to the Jags.
Luminous Green called him Sperm Gin Wynn.
Oh, Luminous, come on, man, clean it up.
He's fine. He's having a good time.
Did anybody get that in the comments?
Yeah, actually, quite a few got Spurgeon Wynn
before you said multiple choice.
Skull TYA had it before I dropped multiple choice.
All right, well done. That wouldn't even cross my mind if I didn't do it.
All right, question number 2. This preseason legend had 88 career rushing yards for the Vikings and 7 for the Jaguars.
I already know it. Joe Banyard, final answer.
Yeah, it's Joe Banyard.
2 points. Boom.
You're at 3. You got 3 right now.
I knew Joe Banyard was going to be in your.
Of course he's going to be in there. Why wouldn't he be?
Well, finish your question. He had 88 what?
He had 88 rushing yards in his career for the Vikings and like 7 for the Jaguars.
He really had actual regular season yards.
I was shocked to see that as well. I didn't think he did. Sal, to answer your question, I just don't get to a lot of games, but next time I do, I will get to your tailgate. 100%. All right, question number 3. You're at 3 points. You're sitting pretty good. 5's the line. You got 1, 2, 3 in the bonus to go. Troy Williamson was a legendary bust for the Vikings who finished his career in Jacksonville. Where did the speedy wide receiver go to college?
South Carolina. Final answer.
That's correct. He did go to South Carolina.
That was amateur. I think I need more points to get for it. That was weak, man.
I didn't know. I didn't know if you get these ones.
Did I already win?
Well, you technically, yeah. You won, but we got 3 questions left. So this is your best performance yet.
2-2-1. You're right. All right, let's go.
All right, question number 4. In their first ever meeting back in 1998, the Vikings destroyed the Jaguars 50-10. Who had 2 receiving touchdowns for the Vikings in that blowout?
98?
Yeah.
Carter and Moss seem too easy. Like I want to throw like a Hatchet or something weird, like a tight end, Andrew Glover, something just creepy. I'll go multiple choice because I'm already good.
Is it A, Matthew Hatchett, B, Randy Moss, C, Leroy Horde, or D, Andrew Glover?
God, did I say Glover?
You did. It's very impressive that you said Andrew Glover.
You know what? I'm sticking with them. I'm going Andrew Glover.
Yeah, well, you should have not been a pussy and fucking gone balls out because it was Andrew Glover. Had 2 touchdowns that day.
Yeah. That's just weird.
I couldn't believe you mentioned him. What the fuck?
Andrew
Glover.
God, you know what? He was a pretty damn good tight end for the Vikings.
Yeah, he was.
I'm surprised. Glover or Byron Chamberlain. I can't remember when Chamberlain was later.
Yeah, he was later.
He was in my mind too. Glover. God, I can't wait till my mom.
You got 7 points. You could get you could get your highest score ever. You can get 11 points here tonight.
All right, let's go. 11.
All right, question 5.
Questions, yeah.
2 more. You're at 7 right now.
All right, let's go. No, yep.
Which former defensive end had his career path that went like this? It started in 1997 and ended in 2002. You understand the question? His career path went this way.
Okay.
Started 97, ended in 02. Minnesota to Cleveland to Minnesota to Jacksonville.
I'm going to say this guy just because I already got him previously on a weird question, and I'm just going to throw it out there again. I'm probably wrong. I'm going to go Talent Sawyer.
Talent Sawyer? That's your final answer?
Yes, but if I'm wrong, don't say the right one right away.
You are wrong. Do you want to hear multiple choice just for shits and giggles?
Yes. God, I thought you were throwing another Talent Sawyer.
It's funny because somebody actually dropped an option in the comments. So is it A, Fernando Smith, B, Jamie Mitchell, C, Stalin Collinet, D, Darian Scott?
It's definitely not Darian Scott. That guy's a horrible person. Fernando Smith, I almost positive was a Jaguar. But Collinet, I think, was a Brown. I'm just guessing. I'll take Fernando Smith. He was a Jaguar.
It was actually Stalin Collinet.
Damn it. Was Fernando Smith a Jaguar?
Yeah, he was.
God.
So was Jamie Mitchell. Darian Scott wasn't.
Darian Scott is... we shouldn't even mention him on the show.
Yeah, I feel you said it. Why would you say his name? All right. You've already won. This is the bonus question. I'll see if you get this one right. Usually the bonus questions have a personal touch. Which former Viking / Jaguar did one bar attempt to get a pic with at training camp, but Lupagus fucked it up on the disposable camera he was using?
No, first off, you got the story wrong.
That's right.
You weren't even there.
I was there that year.
You were, but the best part was it wasn't disposable. It was my digital camera. You weren't even there. I took a selfie.
I thought I was there that year.
All right. The answer is Richard Angulo. And what happened was Lupagus was gone, and I loved Richard Angulo more than anybody in the world. And he came over. I'm like, holy shit. And I was so drunk. I had my camera, and I said, hey, can we get a picture? And I took a selfie. And he goes, are you sure? You sure you're good? I said, yeah. And then he walked away, and I realized the cap was still on it. So the dude was like, dude, are you sure you're good? I'm like, yeah, no, we're good. And I didn't get the picture. I took the picture with the cap on. The power wasn't even on. But it was Richard Angulo. You were nowhere to be seen.
But there was another guy. I did do the disposable camera thing, and I didn't have it on. I knew I didn't get it. I just told you I did.
I don't know. But I remember that still haunts me to this day, because if I got my picture with Richard Angulo, that thing would be blown up in my living room. Angulo was like a Ram, Jaguar.
You loved him more than anything in the world.
Viking.
Yeah, you had a weird obsession with Richard Angulo.
He was like 6'7". I just love big tight ends, but
yeah. Well, anyway, I mean, you're 8-2. Congratulations, you did well.
Thank you.
Last 2 questions. I mean, actually,
Angulo was a gift.
I know it was, and I fucked up the story. I don't know why I remembered it that way. I thought I was there, but
all right, here we go. So whoever wins, send us an email, onebarlupicus@gmail.com. Appreciate all the love in the comments. Everybody hopping on. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Nervous.
Don't be nervous. You'll be fine. Matamidai is going to
do it. Matamidai.
He's probably already at the movie, but Matamidai, hit us up, man.
Yeah, it can be one of our Lubbock's merch or something from one of our sponsors. So
I know he loves that boozy jerky. He loves it. Chewing on that thing. We will be. So I'll be live. We're not going to stream the whole game, but about halftime and on, I will be on live, and then obviously the post game. And we got some guest predictor on Saturday. We're doing Sculling with the Enemy tonight yet. So tune in. It's me busy end of the week.
Very busy end of the week. We will announce the Ginkle jersey probably
end of the month.
November. Yeah, or early December, one of the two.
December 2nd.
Maybe, yeah. Very good chance. That's what it is. Matamida is still here. He says, yay, he won. I can hear that in his voice.
Big boss man. Remember, if you're a member that we'll be doing Christmas cards, we'll be sending you guys all Christmas cards with weird pictures of Lupicus and I. We'll be doing a gift as well in the mail as always. More details to come. But if you're not a member, this is your chance. It's the holiday season.
This is your chance. Be a member and you get gifts. That's what you get. And also, guys, remember this. I'm going to get very serious here for a minute. Your doctor suspects you have pinworms. You may have to do a tape test. So what happens here is as soon as you wake up in the morning, you'll place a tape of you'll place a piece of clear tape around your anus and then gently peel it off. Any pinworm eggs will stick to the tape, and the doctor can see them under a microscope.
I ain't gently ripping that off. I am ripping that thing off. I deserve